All right. Thank you, George. The next team coming up is the data analytics team, Hero. Are you guys ready? If so, kindly share your entire screen and please try to finish up in 5 minutes. All right.
Okay, good evening. My name is Diola. I will be presenting for Team 4, and our project topic is customer churn analysis for a telecommunication company. And the project's goal is to analyze customer churn for this company and identify the key factors contributing to the customer churn, and also develop a predictive model to forecast which customers are likely to churn. We are also to give recommendations to the company on how to reduce the customer churn rates. And we use Excel to carry out exploratory data analysis on the data set, and we discovered that the company had a total customer of 7,032, of which 1,869 of them already unsubscribed from their services. We were able to use other statistical analysis tools like Python, Power BI, and R, as well as SQL to query the data sets. So for the predictive behavior, we need to, first of all, understand the summary of this data set. So from our analysis, we can say that the total customers, we have 1,869 of them, of which the gender are evenly distributed. We have 50%, a little above 50%, the male customers, and 49.5% of them. And from this chart, we can say that the customers who unsubscribe from the services of this company, the reason why they churned cut across all the services that are being rendered by the organization. We can see from this chart, the tenure period was a contributing factor, as well as the payment method. As you can see from here, if you click on this, you would see that the churn rate for the male gender is 27.7%, and for the female, 27.4%. And also for the electronic payment method, we have about 45 of them, where 16% of them are also female. Now, for the predictive behavior of the customers, we can see that electronic check, multiple line services to customers that have multiple line services and opted for the fiber optic internet services, all churn from the services of the company, as well as the customer who use the month-to-month contracts of this company. But then we are to use this analysis to predict which customer is likely to churn in the future from the remaining customers. The remaining customers are the active customer that we have right now. So if you click on the options that we have for payment method, the customers that use the mail check, you would see those who also use some of the services. So in order for us to know customers who are at high risk of churning, we need to be able to tell if all those customers are using 6 of these parameters. If they are using 6 of these parameters, we term them as customers who are likely to churn, customers who are at high risk. And if they are just using about 4 or 3 of the services, they pose medium risk of churning to the company. And if they are only using maybe 1 or 2 services, which means they are not utilizing the whole services of the organization, they pose low risk of churning. And we were able to come up with the key drivers to the reason why the customers churn. The month-to-month subscription contributed to customer attrition because this set of customers do not have long commitment to the services. And the fiber optic was also a contributing factor. Customers who use this internet service option also stop using the services, as well as the electronic payments. This was also one of the challenges, or one of the reasons why the customer experience loss of revenue due to these customers who left their services. So we were able to come up with some recommendation, which is to incentivize the contract rate for customers who subscribe to the annual and biannual contract rate. This will encourage customers who use the monthly services to commit to longer periods in order for them to be able to benefit from the contract deals when they subscribe for a longer period of time. As well, the company also needs to carry out an evaluation on their internet performance services to know what the problems customers are actually facing or experiencing while using the fiber optics service. And they should also train their staff for customer support service in order to validate customers' feeling whenever they call in to make complaints or to ask for help concerning any of their services. They can also reward loyal customer by giving them exclusive deals, gifts, and discounts, thereby increasing retention rate. We understand that it is more expensive to attract new customers than to retain the existing ones. So we need to focus on how to retain the customer for this particular organization. And a positive review from a certified customer will also attract new customer, thereby reducing the campaign cost for this company. And these are all the team members who worked on those projects. And that is all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. I think Mrs. Akilke is having a network downtime, so before she comes up, what a nice presentation, and we'd like to hear from the panelists within maybe 3 minutes for everybody, so you can just give 1 minute each. So, Ms. Catherine, can you just give your feedback on the presentation?
Yes, indeed. So I was following all the way through, and this is a beautiful presentation. Well done to the team. This is great, excellent. I like the fact that she took us from how it is now and forecasting what it will possibly be in future, the reason for why it is this now, and forecasting what it could possibly be in future. When we're talking of data analysis, I would like to see charts, graphs, and
Thank
shares.
you so much for your presentation. Adiola, thank you so much for your presentation.
Oh, I guess Akinrike is back.
I lost connectivity for a while. I'm sure it's been over 5 minutes now. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they've stopped presenting. I'm just giving my feedback.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay.
No worries. No worries. So I was just saying that it was a lovely presentation. I enjoyed every bit of it. She took me on that journey of what it is now and, forecasting what it will be in the future, the reason for why it is now, and, the strategy of keeping what strategies they want to use to gain new customers, keep existing ones. Overall, the thought process is beautiful. I see all of the principles applied, and great work. Great job. I don't think I have any recommendation on what you should do better. Overall, off the top of my head, this is excellent. Thank you.
All right. Mr. George.
I agree with Catherine's comments. Really good presentation, clear goal, great visuals, and I really enjoyed the demo that you gave of Power BI. Clicking on certain of the metrics, seeing all the tables below actually changing, and walking us through an example. I actually didn't know that Power BI could do that, so I've actually learned something today, and that's because of you. And that's the one of the keys signs of a good presentation. Thank you very much. I'd just say maybe one thing to make it even better would be, I think you can be a bit more concise in the words that you write down on the recommendations. For example, I was listening to you and I could hear them, but actually you don't actually need that many words on the page. They could be very, very clear. I think a couple of them were, the recommendations were evaluate the internet performance, reward loyalty. You could just have those literally as 3 words on 2 or 3 bullet points, so that they jump out as one of the final slides on your presentation. And of course, you can still explain it, but that would make it even more punchy, I think. Just some thoughts for you. But very good. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, George. Christina?
Yes, that was a great presentation, and she was right in her conclusion. It's easier to keep an existing customer than get a new one. That was a fantastic close-up for me. I love the fact that you even if let's say I'm not a data person, I could understand that you were trying to solve the problem. You had the company's vision in mind on how to solve the problem, what the problem is, and the fact that you use your data to interpret behavior. That's exactly what we always look for in the market when somebody wants to describe data. It's not about having the numbers, but using the numbers to describe the behavior and using the numbers to predict where the behavior is leaning towards. It might not always be correct, but as far as you have that this is where the number is pointing to, you now give the company option on how to manage whatever budget or marketing or where they'll be pointing to or whatever they'll be working with. And that is one of the key points a lot of data analysts miss. But once you can use your data to interpret behavior and then use the behavior to interpret the problem and also use the data to also interpret how you can bring about solution, I think you've actually just helped not just the marketing, not just the company, other departmental team. They could get to see where the data is pointing to. So it was a great one. It was interactive. I love that you moved from your presentation to the Power BI. That was just a swift one. Thank you very much. That was a great and excellent presentation.
Thank you, Christina. So for the data analysts, they say that your data